This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches, so as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Deep for the Cardinals, Christian Kirk. Two-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. On play action, it's Murray. Throw left side, complete to Isabella. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On second down, here's a run with Hubbard. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. 46 yards. And the Cards will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated and turning into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and you've got the crowd involved fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Well, always so many storylines when you're playing January football. And, Charles, you talk about this offense, their head coach, it's his first time in charge in the playoffs. And I think you and I were both kind of surprised by his demeanor and specifically his comments and his confidence at the press conference where he really all but guaranteed a victory.
Yeah, I was a little bit taken aback because you don't normally see that. And on one hand, it's like, all right, cool. He feels great about his team. But on the other hand, I don't think it's in his best interest to do that. How many playoff games has he won again, Brandon?
None.
So there's your answer right there. I guess what he was trying to do was fire up.
But I think the ball's out.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
On second down now, it's Carson, and he'll go down at the 28. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Here's Carson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. Here's Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. They'll try to run with Carson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson punching it in from a yard away. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Myers connects on the PAT. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Play fake. Murray. Escaping the pressure right. Going deep for Hopkins.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by DJ Reed.
He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field.
He's got a man complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 39 yards there, a big one. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf there to make the grab. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
They'll run here with Hubbard. Hubbard has the first down and then some.
And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line.
84 yards rushing for him already. A terrific first quarter here to begin the playoffs.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On second down, it's Hubbard. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing now is Murray. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick. And that is a golden opportunity wasted there. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in.
And Carson fumbles the football, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way, and they bring this one back. A scoop and score, fumble recovery, touchdown for Arizona. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. They go play action now. Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Isaiah Simmons. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. On the handoff, it's Hubbard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. DJ Reed, who played in college at Kansas State, made the tackle. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up...
And Hopkins has got it.
Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins, 33 yards. And the Cardinals have broken the tie. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did. All the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson, that's complete into the hands of Carson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. To throw is Wilson. Steps away to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And he's got this down to the 35. 45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
On 2nd and 10. Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They'll run on 1st down. Carson, and able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Wilson. Open man is Eskridge. That's complete. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Myers connects on the PAT. And we are tied here in the second quarter. Teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Second down, Murray sets to throw. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A Cardinal first down, Murray to Hopkins.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. First down, Murray. Being chased out left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And the defense loses him. It's complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
95 yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
He's got the first down inside the 10, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. With his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals have broken the tie. Prater for the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive. And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Throwing is Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Wilson hit, it's loose, it's out, fumble. A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them. Throwing on second and long. Wilson. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. From the gun on third down, Wilson. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. The long-distance shot before break comes up empty. But now Charles flipped the script. Time for likely one more play as field position becomes an issue.
Yeah, when you talk about field position, remember, if this kick is missed, the ball comes back to where? The spot that they snapped it from. So field position becomes a factor. I think at this spot, you might also want to think about throwing the Hail Mary. You know, put the ball up in the air. Maybe you can get 6 out of it instead of 3.
Yeah, see what happens. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before half for Murray. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman and REA Sports Halftime Report. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working, but they run it more effectively. They may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st down, Hubbard. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 136 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Murray off play action. His throw incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Murray to run again.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards and the first down.
Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, or probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17.
A nice run right there, and we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of. And here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year. And look, I think we both believe that the burden's a little lighter on backs and receivers than it is on quarterbacks in the playoffs. But that's not to say this is going to be easy. As fast as the NFL game is in the regular season, it's like warp speed when you turn pressure up in the postseason.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. And he is a bullet. There to make the grab. And the Cardinals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead now up to 14. Touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And this defense not giving him anything there, maybe a yard up to the 36.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. High throw, but the catch is made. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
They'll run on first down. Carson, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They go back to Carson here on 2nd.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Wilson dancing to his left. Short throw to Disley. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. to throw. Wilson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Prater for the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Back to throw. Wilson. This complete to Lockett. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 7 yards to pick up there.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Read it well, and it's picked. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Darrell Daniels, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. They'll run with Hubbard. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here's Murray. They'll roll him out right. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Wilson back into his end zone. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It got his man complete. And all the way up to the 49. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. There's Wilson to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And his guys are going to have the football back as the 3rd quarter comes to an end. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by DJ Reed. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
That certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
They have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively. And it's 2nd down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one is going. The frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And now here is another interception. And now a fumble. The ball's out. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Will Dissly, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. This time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 32-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him, but you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on, but it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Murray going to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are breaks the tackle now with Allen. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down. Looking to throw. Wilson. And now here is another interception. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. And this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
Play action. Now it's Murray. That'll be caught. It's Isabella. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 23 yards the pickup there.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Murray now. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. Well, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the fumble recovery was an important first step, but still a huge 4th quarter hole to dig out of. Down 3 scores. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Back to throw. Wilson. He'll spot Eskridge open left side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Wilson. time to his left. Big hold to the 30. And smartly going into the slide there, Wilson has enough for the first. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. From the gun, Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this fourth quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend.
Right there, 54, right there, right there. 54.
Murray now on first down. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Give him 32 on the play.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw it, Murray. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. On play action, it's Murray. Forced out to his left. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 14. That one covers 29 yards. First down. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
56, right there, 56. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. 56, the mark, boys. 56. Check 56. 56 the mic. 56 is the mic.
They're going for it. Hits Murray. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll have a quick first down here as he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Here's Wilson. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And that's going to be caught. Dwayne Eskridge. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Now Wilson on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Wilson. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Myers connects on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. Have got it. So that should just about put an end to this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Murray's going to look to throw this thing. He's going to air one out. And incomplete on the deep ball. And I know it's hard to find solace on one side when the season ends, no matter where it ends, but especially in the playoffs because there's all that build up to the moment. But I would imagine the post-game locker room speech, it'll have a pretty positive spin.
It should. They've made a heck of a run to get to the playoffs and have that chance to advance, even though they didn't. But you're right about how much it's going to hurt, because when you work that hard to get this far, it hurts just a little bit more. No matter when your season ends, it's a downer. But in this case, even more so because you had your eyes on the big prize, which was the Lombardi Trophy.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.